going on YouTube? Mailman Nick. Today, Sunday, Memorial Weekend. Get Sunday and Monday off. Um, you know, thankful for our servicemen and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice. It's not just a 2-day weekend. It's be thankful. There's people who selflessly service our country. Shout out to everybody in the armed services, military. Shout out to all of them. Very thankful for you guys. But I'm off today. We don't get the holiday pay as PTFs, so I don't get holiday pay tomorrow. Our regulars do, and I'm pretty sure CCAs get holiday pay. But as a PTF, we get the higher salary, or we get the higher hourly rate, but we don't get holiday pay because I guess that makes up for it. So regulars and CCAs get holiday pay, PTFs don't. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, happy Memorial Day weekend. Get ready for Terrible Tuesday. Is anybody else coming in at 6 a.m. on Tuesday? We got word that we got to come in on Tuesday at 6 a.m. do the 6 to 9 a.m. parcel play. So it'll be that means they're expecting it to be really heavy. My package has been heavy regardless, but with this parcel run we got to do now, I'm sure they're expecting it to be crazy. My brother, who's an ARC, he worked today and he's also working tomorrow, so I hope he does a lot of our packages. What's going on, Matt? I know we've been going back and forth in the Instagram DMs. I went and cased my mail on my hold down we talked about after I did Amazon today. Wasn't bad. That's good to hear, Matt. That's good to hear. What's going on, Hawkeye? How's it going? It's going really good, really good. I love this weather. This is prime weather. It's been like 70 degrees, sunny, a little bit of wind. I can't complain one bit. I wake up every day and I'm thankful. 6 a.m. it's going to be slammed with man. It'll be triple the amount of DPS. Yeah, since Mondays it's like double the mail. Tuesday it'll be like triple the mail and all the packages and stuff. So that's going to be, there's going to be a lot of call offs and stuff. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready to make that money. Let's see here. How many packages are you averaging? So I don't really count, but my ProMaster is pretty packed. On the route that I do, I have a ProMaster, and I got a lot of I get a lot of chunkies. So there's 22 relays, and every street gets around maybe like 7 packages. So 7 times 22, or sometimes it's more, sometimes there's less. It just depends on the day. Like even our Tuesdays now seem pretty heavy. We are 8:30 every day, and Tuesday is my NS day. Oh, nice. Enjoy the Tuesday off, because we started at 8:30 too. Like we originally started at 8. When I first started, we started at 8, but then they moved it to 8:30, and then they said they want to move it later. They want to move it later eventually, but I really hope they don't do that, because starting later just means we're going to finish later, and that's not a good thing. But enjoy your Tuesday off, and then if you're a regular, deal with the CCA messed up tomorrow. Your route's going to be messed up on Wednesday. How many miles do you guys walk on average? So I was actually just talking to a carrier last week, and he told me he counted his steps, and he says it's probably pretty accurate. He walked like 12 miles, but he didn't have, like, his extra wasn't like normal extra. I think he only had like an hour and a half. So, probably around like 12 to 15 miles a day. That's that seems right, because instead of walking like down and back, you're walking like sometimes you're walking. Everyone has gardens now, so you got to make sure you like don't walk through the flowers, or you're gonna hear from it. You're gonna hear from you're gonna hear complaints and stuff. So be wary of that too. If you're walking, make sure you're not walking through people's like plants and gardens and stuff, because right now it's gardening season, and you could be stepping on, even if you don't see nothing there, they could have just planted something. So be careful of that. But average like probably 12 to 15 miles. As always, thank you for your J out and feedback, has helped me out a ton. Yeah, 100%. That's why I'm here. I link my Instagram for a reason, not just ignore DMs. I respond to all my DMs and give people unfiltered advice, especially on there, because YouTube, obviously, it's a public platform. I got to watch what I say. I'm typically, I don't talk with the filters. So, Instagram, I'm able to give you guys uncut advice and like, hey, this is how I do it, and be real honest on there. So, if you guys have any personal questions, you could always message me on Instagram at Nick Venti, and I'll get back to you when I can. No special hours at my office. Mail's still light in my office. Oh, it's still Sunday, so you might get I know your office is pretty good, Rick, but sometimes management will probably send you a text message, because this happened before where they'll drop the ball sometimes, and like the day before they'll say, hey, come in at 6 a.m. we got to do a parcel run or whatever it is. Did a swing relay yesterday where it's 3 streets, one side of the street in between for one swing. It was terrible. Couldn't fit packages because I had to bundle that mail in my satchel. When that happens, just like when I'm putting, because sometimes you could put like a few packages in your bag, but if you can't fit all of them in your bag, I'll find packages that are from the same house, and then I'll just drop those off. Like if there's like 3 packages for one house, I'll group those to the side. I'm like, okay, I know I'm dropping those off, and try to fit the other ones in my bag. But if the mail is too heavy, if you got too much mail, if you got ad papers, if you got a third run that you can't fit a lot of stuff in your bag, then you got to drop off. Just or before you even go on a street, like the relays on my hold down right now, the parking spot is in the middle of the street, or in the middle of the relays. So you do one side and then you do the other side. But as I'm going to my parking point, I'm dropping off packages that I'm already driving by, so I'm not backtracking. So let's say I'm going on Pine Street. I'm dropping all the packages off that are on the first block, or the first part of the street. And then when I'm done with both relays, as I'm going towards the other side, I'm going to drop off the other ones. So it's all about time management. Someone asked me the other day, how do I, get faster and stuff? It's not really about getting faster. It's about eliminating the time wasters. Like sometimes you're wasting time backtracking, forgetting things, and that's what makes you slow is the time wasters. So if you eliminate those, then you realize that you're just delivering mail and it'll be on time. So you'll be trying to take breaks. Once you eliminate those time wasters, it'll get easier. Trust me. As always, Nick, thanks for your help. Really helped me out a lot. Yeah, no problem, Matt. I appreciate the support, guys. I appreciate the support. Afternoon, brothers and sisters. What's going on? We start at 7:15 a.m. Is that every day? 7:15? That's perfect. I would love to start at 7:15. But we try to, because like I'm outside the city, and the offices around me try to be the same as Chicago, like the city, and they start later, then we're going to be starting later. So we're always trying to, mimic them. And, I'd prefer starting earlier. And I think people would like that too. Instead of getting their mail at 7, 8 o'clock, I know a lot of people would prefer getting their mail, earlier in the day. I walk around 15 miles a day. Yeah, that sounds like the average. And when that carrier told me, I was talking to him last week, and he said, you know, around 12 miles, and his route has some mounted on it. So if it's a route that I like, say the route I'm doing has zero driving, it's probably like an extra mile or two. So like 12 to 15 seems about the average you would, unless you're doing like half routes. Like when I was doing half routes, we're not doing that no more. Our postmaster gave us a service talk saying no more penalty in our office, no more penalty. And a lot of that has to do with a lot of the carriers are getting on the list now. A lot of people are showing up to work. So we're in a good spot right now as far as help. Even when people don't show up, we still got the bodies, and we're only doing like an hour and a half extra, 2 hours at the most. So and plus mail is light. Other than packages, mail has been light. So I would prefer starting early, and but yeah, we walk a lot. We walk a lot. I'm a T6. Longest route on my swing is 13.6. Walking shortest is 5.6. Lots of mounted. Yeah, like those mounted routes. It's funny because like there's a carrier in my office who used to have an all walking route, and he lost a lot of weight. But then when, I guess, because I didn't know him when he was doing the walking route, but then when he's doing the driving route, I guess he gained a bunch of weight, and they all let him hear it all the time. So walking routes, you're going to lose a lot of weight. If you're doing a driving route, the weight's going to pile back up, just because you know when you're walking, you're more focused and you're not thinking about food. But when you're driving, you get bored, and you start to think like, oh, I want to, when's my next meal and all that stuff. Hope the advos is light Tuesday. I hope so, but sometimes our ad papers come on Wednesday. No, they don't always come on Tuesday, but yeah, hopefully. But with the holiday not being on this week's ad, hopefully that it's going to be lighter. I'm hoping to. So do you do extra cardio or just strength training? That's a lot of walking, probably eating like 4K calories a day as you're 6'3". Yeah, so I lost like 60 pounds starting with the post office, because I was constantly walking. I wasn't really preparing a lunch and stuff, and but now, since I'm settled into the condo now, I'm meal prepping every day and making sure I eat my breakfast. I'll usually eat like peanut butter oatmeal, and I put some like dark chocolate chips in there. And then for lunch it'll be like chicken with some veggies, and then dinner I eat my spinach and egg omelet. But yeah, I try to eat as much as I can because it's so easy to lose weight here. And plus I'm eating healthier too, but I try to eat a lot, but healthy stuff. But with training, I don't do any type of cardio after work. I used to run over 50 miles a week when I was training for my fights, not including my MMA training. So, but now since I walk every day, I really save my knees. So I'm mostly doing just push-ups and just body weight stuff. Anything that I could do at my house or on my balcony, that's what I do. I don't really do too much cardio. I cringe when I see people walking, or when I see them running, because I'm like, my knees are cringing. 4 days off for me this week, well deserved, I believe. Yep, 100%. Take that time, relax, enjoy yourself, and then get back to making money when you get back. Wow, I love to walk 12, 15 miles. I'm excited about starting in a few weeks. Down in Florida, CCA, sun, walking and driving and wired to get the job done. Thank you for being here. Yeah, no problem. I'm sure in Florida, when the weather's nice year round, it'll be nice walking, and that's a nice thing. We only get like 3 or 4 months max of nice weather here before it turns cold or just rainy and disgusting weather. But these next few months are going to be lit. I hope everyone knows text messages are not a valid form of communication. Yeah, make sure you message on the scanner, especially if you're asking like management, like an instruction. Always ask on the scanner so it's documented. Texting back and forth, make sure you're documenting everything on the scanner, because your union rep can pull that stuff up if you're in trouble or anything like that. So yeah, 100%. Here in South Florida, it's crazy, 150 parcels a day or more. Yeah, that's crazy. 150 is a lot of parcels per route. That's a lot. I wish I was in an office with less packages. Yeah, well, the thing I've noticed is if it's in a, like if you're in an area where the people got money, it's going to be a lot more packages. Like our rural routes are like 2-3 hours shorter than the city routes, but they get way more packages. And that's just because it's more in the, people have money in those areas. In the city side, as you keep going east, the package numbers drop. So once you get into the hills and start getting towards the hood, that's when the packages really drop off. So just depending on the area you're in, that's when that'll depend the package volume. Thank you, Nick, for your advice. Yeah, I hate really long relays like that where it's one park point, but it's 3 streets and you carry it all at once. Yeah, there's some relays that are like 40 minutes, and there's some relays that are 8 minutes. So I prefer the shorter relays for sure. But when you have the longer relays, there's sometimes ways where you could split up the route and do them like separately, especially when there's like ad papers. You don't want all those ad papers in your bag. You just split up the relay. I like relays that are like that, where you have that option to split it up if you need to. What do you do when the supervisor gives undertime? Like, they haven't really been coming around giving us our times, but when regulars have undertime, my postmaster always asks if they want to use some annual leave to get the 8 hours. That's how my postmaster will say, who wants to use some annual? They got undertime. The routes that I do usually don't get undertime. Like the walking routes and stuff, they usually don't get the undertime. It's the routes that, the cupcake routes that have the undertime that you could probably finish by, 2 o'clock. But every route I treat as an 8-hour route, and it's going to get done in 8 hours. Love all the walking routes. That mounted is rough on the back. Too much twisting while sitting. Then every so often have to hop out for a parcel. My old guy legs and feet hate that pounding. Yeah, that's one thing I hate about mounted routes, is that you have so many package drop-offs. You got to hop out of the truck. You got to, bring all those packages up in front with you. Mounted routes usually get more mail, in my experience. You can't, like with the walking route, you could always speed up. If you're way behind, you could like pick up the pace on your walk. But with driving, you can't. There's no speed. There's no speed code to getting it done. You just gotta drive box to box and do it efficiently. Mounted routes, you got to be more efficient. And then walking, it's more. If I'm falling behind on a walking route, I know I could always speed up a little bit on my pace. What up, Postal fam? What's going on? Postal Mule, what's going on? Hopefully you're enjoying your day. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their day. Obviously, we're not looking forward to Tuesday. Yeah, definitely not looking forward to Tuesday. But there's gonna be some call-offs. There's gonna be work to be done. So it's gonna be a money day. At the end of the day, we're gonna make money that day. So it's a love-hate thing. You're like, dang, it's gonna be a long-ass day. But at the same time, it's gonna be, your check's gonna thank you. Especially me being a PTF, I don't get the holiday pay, so I got to make up those hours somehow. So that's definitely probably get minimum 12 hours on Tuesday. But we'll see what happens. You never know. Maybe everybody shows up and it'll be a good day. Who knows? Are you still attending the union meetings? No, I'm those union meetings are boring. They got to spruce them up a little bit. It's like when you go to those union meetings, like an episode of if you turn on C-SPAN before, where you're watching like the politics and stuff, it gets really boring. But I should go. I should be more involved, but and most of the time I'm working through the meetings anyway. It's like I think the meetings are at 7, and most of the time I'm working at that time. So, but is anybody else attending the union meetings? They need to spruce them up a little bit, more energy. There is no such thing as undertime. When my supervisor tries to give this out, I make overtime. Every route is 8 hours until you have a route count. 100%. Make sure you, if you're doing an 8-hour route, even if it's a cupcake route, don't finish it early like that, because like the regulars are gonna hate you if you do that. If it's an 8-hour route, it's gonna take 8 hours. Period. Don't rush it. Don't Just do everything by the book. Do it safely, and like I said, don't rush. Don't rush it. Spice it up, Nick. Yeah, I should give them some ideas on how to make it more fun to be involved with the union, because at the end of the day, they're there to help us. We pay them. They help us when we're in trouble, when we're not getting paid properly. So the union is a really good thing. I'm just saying the meetings are boring. I love the union. I love my guys that are always there when I message them if I have an issue. And I don't like to complain. I really don't like to complain. It's only when I'm getting cheated on my money, or like I do something I don't get paid for it, and like that's really the only time I get the union involved, or if I'm in trouble for something. But mostly I don't. I just like doing my stuff and going home. Union meetings are a lot of bickering. Yeah, like I said, they gotta like at our union meeting when I first went, they had like giveaways, like gift cards and stuff. Like that makes it exciting, but like a lot of like the political fund and all that stuff. Like I'm not about that. Shut up, you face. Going on, Jay? If you guys don't know, check out JH's channel. Everything USPS with JH. He's the man. He's the man. My office just had a route count, and we gained a route. Even with the light mail, do everything by the book. 100%. And you know what? That another person turns over because of that. That is so important. We got our city 55 is an aux route, and it's actually right near my house, Route 55, and it's so close to being a full route. And if we had stuff taken off other routes that are too long, and it would create it would create a full route, and then our aux 55 would be a full route. Another PTF CCA would convert. So always do the job by the book. Do it safely, because there's variables on the street that you could only look at so much info on the computer, like, oh, this route's going to be under time, but there's so many variables, like they don't take into account like dogs on the route. A dog tried to attack me the other day, or weather. Weather slows us down. Customers, like we got to cater to our customers. People asking us questions. There's so much variables. So just do everything by the book, and we shouldn't be routes shouldn't be added on to. We should be cutting routes and adding more routes. They should be having more. Who's this guy anyway? Jay in the house. JH in the house. Trying to save you. I'm just trying to be like JH. If I'm 0.1% like JH, then I'm doing it right. JH in the house. Yeah, everybody who follows me obviously knows who JH is. Yeah, when I was first starting, he was sharing my videos and giving me advice, and he still answers my questions. I talk to him, so Jay is a really good guy. 100%. One day I'm gonna meet Nick. It'll be an honor. Yeah, we got to meet and do like a live podcast. You got to come out to Illinois. We'll definitely do a live podcast and live stream, and give the people what they want, because a lot of stuff that I don't know. I know some stuff from the carrier side, just everything in general. So that would definitely be an interesting. Throw them thumbs up for this brother. Yeah, give me a like. I would appreciate it. Helps people find my channel, and give JH a sub, and likes too. Give him a sub. I'll keep his link up. Everything USPS with JH. I'll keep that up there. 8 years in, and I never filled out a 96. I was groomed to run, unfortunately. Yeah, I never filled one out either. I mean, when our when we were still swiping on the time cards, we're doing on the scanner now. I I've had to fill out 96s, but for the most part, I really don't. And I think it's more important for like regulars and stuff. But as a CCA and PTF, they just know you're going to be doing overtime after you're out anyway. So how long does it take to get a transfer? I'm a CCA from Florida, and I want to transfer to Puerto Rico. I think you gotta be a certain amount of time in. If you're a CCA, it's probably best to resign and reapply. But when you're PTF, I'm pretty sure it's 18 months in, and both postmasters have to agree. But Puerto Rico, Florida seems like two very good options. That's a good problem to have. Hey, brother, what's going on, Carrie? I guess I'm the old guy in this bunch. Are you? How old are you? Freeze my aspirin off. Share some knowledge, Carrie. Yeah, if you're an old timer, share some knowledge. I'm 2.5 years in, and I still don't know everything. So, if you guys got some knowledge to share, definitely drop them in the comments. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. If you, with years comes experience and wisdom. Like the more I grow older, the more wisdom I get, the more, you know, my brother's walking my dog. She looks so cute from up here. Once you become PTF, it's a lot smoother. Yeah, with like the benefits and stuff. And management still treats you like a CCA, but you start to once you turn PTF, you start to get it. You'd make a good law enforcement officer, Nick. Been in law enforcement 31 years. I'm pretty sure you've told me that before. That's something that I've considered too. That's one of my options. That's one of my backup plans. If something happens with the post office, God forbid, I definitely look into being a police officer, or because I like security. I'm still trying to find a club that'll hire me one day a week. I might go back to 390 in Chicago Heights, but I'm sure he'll want me to work until 6 a.m., which I couldn't work my post office job at 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. to 6 to 8 p.m. and then work the night shift until 6 a.m. My body couldn't do it. I would have to develop like a coke habit, which I don't do drugs like that. So, but yeah, I've considered law enforcement. It's it's a good career, and if something happens, God forbid, with the post office, I would definitely consider being a police officer or UPS, one of those two. How is your brother doing? He's doing good. He worked today. What's nice is like I saw him driving. He passed our street, so he really likes it. It's easy money, and he's going to be working today. He's going to be working tomorrow. He's coming in at 8:30, something like that. So he really likes the easy job. And if you guys really want a part-time job with the post office, a real part-time job, check out that ARC position, because you work Sundays and then you work holidays, and sometimes one of our other ARCs, she said she comes in on whenever she checks her PO box and says, "Hey, you got work for me?" They'll have her do clerk work, or they'll have her delivering express. So if you really want a part-time job at the post office, that ARC is a really good position, and it's easy money. And you start off at like 1994, something like that. So really good. 63. Oh, you got some wisdom for sure, Carrie. Drop us some knowledge. 803, Columbia, South Carolina. Got a CCA job offer in Phoenix, Arizona. Make sure if you're in one of those hot states, Phoenix, Florida, make sure you stay hydrated, because I had one guy last year tell me he passed out, had to go to the hospital because he wasn't properly hydrated. So make sure you guys properly hydrated in Phoenix. Watch out for those. Watch out for those spiders. Watch out for those scorpions and rattlesnakes, whatever animals you got up there in the desert. Luckily here, we only got like garter snakes and, ticks, bugs, but nothing like you guys up in Phoenix. Big ups from the 100-degree daily town of El Paso, Texas. Yeah, over 100 degrees is way too hot for me. I like the sun, but that's hot. Make sure you stay hydrated. Sarasota. I have learned so much from your videos. I love your positivity and energy. I appreciate that. I'm waiting for I'm 59 here in Florida. It's the rainy season. How can I prepare as a CCA? If you want to prepare, make sure you stretch, make sure you clear your schedule because odds are you're gonna be working a lot of hours, and make sure you just take it a day at a time. Don't let management get you down. Don't let other depressed carriers get you down because you're in charge of your own happiness. I don't let the next guy dictate how I'm feeling. Make sure just don't listen to other carriers because they'll be like, oh, get out while you can. Carriers still tell me that. They're like, get out while you're young. Like, what are you talking about? I just bought a condo. I'm really good financially. I'm good at my job. Like, you know, just just take it a day at a time. Don't listen to what other people say, and yeah, make sure you stretch daily because your body's gonna be stiff. And like when I first started, I was training for MMA fights, and then when I started doing this, my body was so fatigued, and it's just a different type of work on your body. So just make sure your body's prepared physically, mentally, and you'll be good. If you got any more questions, you could always message me. Hey, Nick. So I heard that we could transfer to any other government career job from USPS. How true is this? I heard that's true. You could branch out to other parts of the government with this in. Yes, Blaze. Since we have government status, we can apply for any government job outside the USPS. And I also heard too that if you get fired from the post office or you quit and you don't give your 2 weeks, then you can't get another government position. I heard that's how it works too. Nick, you ever consider getting a CDL Class A and being a truck driver? You know, a lot of things come through my head. Like I'm always trying to like be prepared. I've thought about it for sure. My brother was a switcher at FedEx, so uh, he's thought about that too. But uh, I'm good where I'm at. Like I'm happy where I'm at. I'll let you guys know. Like if something happens with the post office, like I got benefits. I make a decent living. There's room for growth as far as pay. Like I'm happy where I'm at. I I do think of like other jobs, but for the most part, I'm happy where I'm at. There's no need to move right now. I'm very happy. I can whoop Nick in thumb wrestling. Or that slap fighting. Have you seen that slap fighting, Jay, on the UFC page? They always promote that slap fighting. Mailman Nick. What's going on, Ranger fan? Recently, a rural carrier got mauled by 4 dogs from behind as he was walking away. I'm super nervous about dogs now. People think I'm rude because I won't deliver their mail package if a dog is out. No, you're 100% in the right. I was talking to my postmaster the other day. Uh, one of our CCAs was telling her, like, I didn't deliver that package because the dog was out. She's like, you were 100% in the right. You you can't chance that stuff. You can't chance it because, you know, we were told in the academy some dogs could be friendly with you, but then there's some circumstance like, oh, the dog just had puppies, and then it's being territorial, and then it attacks you, and then if you get attacked by a dog, it's your fault. So always proceed with caution. Make sure you're checking lawns and stuff. See if you see leashes, dog toys, water bowls. Be aware of that stuff because if there's a dog on the property, you got to be prepared. And always be aware. That's why I don't wear headphones no more. I used to wear headphones in one ear. Now I don't wear them anymore because you got to make sure that even like I'll hear somebody's car keys jingle, and I'm always like, is that dog? So always be aware of what's around you. Don't let the fear control you. There's gonna be dogs. Every house, especially where I live, there's a dog at every house. So just be prepared, just be vigilant, and most dogs are just territorial. in my experience. But just be careful, and always keep that door open so you can run back to it if you need to. Slab fighting is just ridiculous. Yeah, it's just CTE, straight CTE. I wish they would stop promoting on the UFC page. You have any routes at your office you'd refuse to deliver at night? Not that I would refuse. It's just there are some routes that even my supervisor will say, "Hey, try to get back or do that overtime first." Like, let's say I get City 28 and I got the condos over there. I'll do that route first. Or if I'll do it halfway. If it's not ready in the morning, I'll do half of my route and then come back for my extra and then go all the way to the hills, do that, and then come back and then deliver out here at night. But there are some routes that you got to be that I'm constantly like looking over my shoulder and stuff. But yeah, there's at least one, two. Yeah, off Pulaski, that's another. Yeah, there's a few routes that I prefer not to deliver at night. But I think every office has at least a few of those. JH, absolutely. Brooklyn born, live in Long Island. Dog bites are serious if the owner doesn't show proof to rabies vaccination. Guess where you got to go through. Yeah, it's just a lot of BS. So just be vigilant of dogs. Because there was one dog the other day where like I saw it was chained up, but the leash was long enough to get to the stairs. Luckily, it didn't bite me. But I was like, the mailman's coming every day. Your mailbox is on the door. Why? I come at the same time every single day. So it's just some people are very negligent, and some people shouldn't have dogs, but it does happen. So you got to be very careful. Strong Island. I loved law enforcement, but sitting so much in a cruiser hours on end has killed my back over the years. But the 3 Ps, promotion, pension, and people I work with made it all worth it. Yeah, 100%. The post office has the same thing, pension, TSP. But I couldn't see I have really bad ADD. I gotta be constantly like moving. I gotta be, I can't just sit somewhere still. I can't sit at a desk or anything like that. So that's why I was such a good nightclub bouncer. That's why I was a good produce manager, and that's why I'm a good mailman. I constantly got to be, my mind's got to be stimulated. I can't just sit and wait. I got to be, out doing stuff. I got to be, out getting it. I can't be stuck in a car. I can't be stuck at a desk. That's just not who I am. So I've been like that at school too. That's why school was never for me. I hated sitting in a classroom all day. I hated it. Nick, does the mace have to be USPS certified, or could we bring our own? You know what? I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm sure that you could probably bring your own. They provide us some of that dog spray. I don't know how good it is. I never had to use it, nor do I want to use it. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure on that, because maybe it has to be a certain amount of strength, or else if it's a certain amount of strength like bear mace or something, and that could be frowned upon. I have no idea. Hey Nick, do you know anything about military leave? I plan on joining the Navy, but I just started CCA a month ago. Greens. Yeah, they're very military friendly. We had a CCA who ended up going to the railroad, who I think he was in the Guard, and they made sure he was able to go on his weekends and stuff. So the post office is very military friendly, and I'm happy they are, because the military, I'm so thankful for the military and people who fight for us, because that's how I'm able to do stuff like this, free speech and all that. So I'm very thankful for the people who serve. And there's a lot of veterans who, at my office and just in the post office in general. Got to use the USPS Ranger or the dog horns. Oh yeah, there are some dog horns that I try to just avoid those type of situations where I have to use those. Obviously, there's some unavoidable situations, but before I even get to a house, I'm like, are the doors open? Is the fence open? Is the front door, screen door open? Because I had a Yorkie. I was on the last relay of my route. I had a Yorkie fly through like a bullet through the screen door, and it just like started giving me kisses. But it was just so funny how like it just, if you have a small dog that has the ability to do that, why do you have the door open? It was a screen. The front door was a screen, and it just flew through like a bullet. And then ended up giving me kisses. And then we had to track it down and make sure it, got back to the owner. But I don't know why people don't just shut the door. It just, but yeah, you got to be wary of that too. Like if the door is open, a dog could probably get through that door. The dog spray doesn't really cut it. I would like the big container of bear spray. Yeah, the bear spray is pretty effective. I was in like my junior, senior year. Some dude had a bear spray, and he ended up spraying this other kid who he had beef with, and I was in the car with them. It was a bad situation. I didn't know that they had beef, and he got me and my brother to be like backup basically, and used that bear mace. And the kid was just crying for like hours. It was a really bad situation. The police got involved. The one thing I would have loved about USPS, the walking. Yeah, some people like the walking. I like the walking too, to a degree. When it's too much walking, it's kind of boring, but I like a little bit of, I like walking and then a little bit of mounted here and there thrown in. So yeah, a lot of people like the walking, especially if you're trying to lose weight. This is the perfect job for you. USPS. If you want to lose weight, I dropped 60 pounds, not intentionally either. So if you want to lose weight, this is definitely the job for you. 32 people watching, only 5 likes. Only 5 likes? I can't see the likes, Jay. Give me a thumbs up, guys. Give me a thumbs up. Appreciate JH looking out on that like button. Yeah, 100%. Help him get his word out. Smack that thumbs up like a bad manager. Yeah, I appreciate the support. Give me a thumbs up. More people find my channel. More people find the positive message, because there's anytime you search USPS, it's like negative, just people complaining, and we got to combat that a little bit, because there's so many positive things about this job, and there's so many like benefits to this job. Like when I was a bouncer, I was at a nightclub. I didn't have health insurance. I didn't have a union. I didn't have a rising pay scale. I didn't have a union contract. I didn't have a job where I was, free to roam the neighborhood and, pet all the cute dogs and stuff. So there's a lot of positive, and people just want to focus on the negative. And, there are some negatives to the job, just like with anything in life, any job, any managers, there's going to be negative. It's just, does the positives outweigh the negatives? And I feel like the positives do outweigh the negatives. In my opinion, there's a lot of positives, and it's not addressed as only on like JH's channel, Westside Dave, there's a few people saying this stuff, and most of it's negative on the other channels. So let's combat it with the positive message, and get people, and also we had a job fair. When has the post office ever been desperately looking for people? It's a federal position, and we're having job fairs in the parking lot. Like, that's crazy. So let's get people hired and get people having pensions and retirement and all that good stuff. Let's get the word out. You got it, Jay. Double like here. Yep, JH is the man. I'm showing 15 likes. Good stuff. Good stuff. You think new contract will come together before 6 days is over? I've said in many streams, I don't hold my breath on that stuff. So I hope so, and I hope they get rid of the CCA position. Let's all cross our fingers for that. Nobody should have to wait 2 years to be career and full time. It should be right off after the 90 days. After the 90 days would be, a good compromise. But from day one, having benefits would be ideal. 100%. I got them bad messages. Everything cool, crisp. For real. People don't think of the importance of a union when it comes to jobs. So easy to get screwed over. 100%. Anytime I have some money issue where, if my lunch was taken out of my pay when I signed on a lunch sheet, or I go do ProMaster training and I don't get paid for it, I got the union. So it's really nice to have a work lawyer, because if you're just working Dunkin' Donuts or or just some job that doesn't have a union. I don't know if Duncan is union or not, but just an example, if you're doing a job like that and you get screwed over, who are you going to cry to? You know what I mean? So having a union definitely has its benefits, and I'm thankful for for them helping me, and other carriers too. Sounds nice, my G. Federal is the best level of government by far, 100%. We got the TSP, which I just checked this morning. It's super nice to be contributing to retirement and also your pension, and then it's a very nice thing. It's a very and it's also respectable too, working for the federal government. You get holidays when you turn regular, you get all the holidays off, paid too. So it's a really nice thing, especially when you're regular. Forget about it's going to be once you're a regular, it's a very nice thing. Being a PTF, there's some downsides. Obviously, no holiday pay, but I'll take it with the TSP and all that good stuff. My daughter's St. District. Wait till my message later. Okay. All right. Probably in the group chat or something, huh, Jay? Also, let CCAs buy back this time towards retirement. 100%. Like, there's CCAs in my office that were 5-6 years. Rural carriers. My old supervisor, who's now a postmaster down south, he was a rural carrier for like 7-8 years before he turned over. 7-8 years just gone. No, and now he's a postmaster. So I really hope in CCA's 5 years in my office, 6 years even before the PTF contract, where it was 2 years become PTF. There were CCAs for like 6 years. That's insane. Just time that doesn't even matter. Yeah, Rick, new contract wishes. Nick, what kind of socks do you recommend? I heard someone say water retention socks. You know what? I don't think too much about my socks. But when I get right now, I have the socks that I get from the uniform store, which are the blue ones, and they serve me pretty well. But most of my socks, because I wear them so much, I walk so much, they get holes in them like 3 to 6 months. So, yeah, I just whatever sock I don't think too much through with socks, but yeah, I just use the ones that I get at the uniform store. They're the blue ones, and they're pretty comfortable. But every sock that I wear gets a hole in it in a few months. So I go through socks like clock. I was actually talking to another carrier because now I'm a PTF, and I was like, "How does the voucher work? Do I get a voucher?" And they're like, "No, it's a card that should be coming in the mail." So it's been over a year since my voucher, so I'm hoping I get that card soon because I need pants. All my pants have holes in them by the pocket, obviously by having all that stuff in my pocket and the bag going back and forth on my pocket. So I need new pants. I need new winter stuff. So I'm hoping I get that card in the mail soon. But socks, yeah, I don't think too much about socks. If anybody else has any sock recommendations, definitely comment in the chat. I think we are getting Xmas Eve off this year now that it's a federal holiday. Oh, is it a federal holiday now? That would be 2 days off. That'd be sick. I haven't heard anything about that though. If and when the economy tanks, USPS will still be out there delivering and cutting checks. 100%. Like during COVID, USPS was still out there. I got hired just as it was like at the end of 2020. So definitely we'll always be around no matter what weather, pandemic proof, that those are big things, pandemic proof. If something happens like that again, we'll still be working, which is a nice thing. And probably even more so, we'll probably get even more money in those type of situations because people won't be showing up to work. Most people have no clue the power of compound interest. Contribute as much as you can. 100%. Contribute to retirement, because when you don't want to be one of these 56-year-olds who are just breaking their back when their body's not working no more, breaking their back trying to make a living when they could have been saving when they're my age. So be smart and think about your future. Daughter is a carrier in Orlando. Oh, that's pretty cool. Orlando. This Christmas would determine what our future will look like. I wear 2 pairs of socks every day. 2 pairs of socks? Yeah, that's not me. What percentage you put in? Citibank card, your station has to request it. Oh, okay. So I got to contact my postmaster about that, Jay. I'll have to, because she was giving me crap about my I was wearing like a black shirt like this, and I was wearing the postal vest, and she was like, "That's not the postal uniform." Uh, and I'm like, nobody's gonna argue that I'm a postal worker. I got the vest on, but she wanted to make sure I had the blue t-shirts that we have. So, but I'm like, the t-shirt makes it because we get t-shirts from the uniform store too, and she said that that's not the proper uniform, but we get them from the uniform store. So, do you get that hole in your pants from the satchel? Yeah, when the satchel's I think a lot of it has to do with because I put my wallet in there and my keys in the pocket, but then when I have my satchel on that side, it like scrapes back and forth. So I'm guessing that's what it's from. But I got holes in all my pants. I need new pants. Juneteenth holiday. Yes, we're gonna be off Juneteenth. Thanks, Jay Citibank. Yeah, we do not have penalty, and those who do not show up and ask for OT are not put on the schedule. Oh well, contact your steward. Yeah, I miss my penalty time. I miss working a minimum over 10 hours, but sometimes my management works with me with going to other offices. Last week, because they want to keep me under 56 hours. I think that's what they want. So I got 56 hours, and they didn't want me any more hours. So if I get any less than that, they'll probably be open to sending me out to like Tri-City, Blue Island again. But right now they're keeping me under 56. Yeah, we do not. How much percentage are you putting back, Nick? I'm putting 5% into my retirement at the moment. Um, I heard a good strategy. Anytime you get a raise, you put a little more in your TSP, so you wouldn't really notice a change in your pay, but you'll be contributing more to your retirement. So anytime you get a raise, like I should be getting my annual raise at the end of the year, contribute that much to your TSP. That way you won't really notice a difference in your pay, your take-home pay. They have to put a request in via the computer. It's a process. Everything's a process with the post office. Always like HR problems and all that stuff. Wish it was a lot easier to get stuff done, like putting routes up. Like our city 56 retired. 36 gonna be retiring. City 39 should have been put up a long time ago. So I think it's gonna be put up in June. I think that's what they were saying. But a lot of this stuff should be done more in a timely manner because I should be one of the next people up, and I'm still number 5. But City 19 is about to be our top PTF or unassigned regular now. Unassigned regular should be on City 19, then City 39 is going to be put up. City 56 just retired. City 36 is retiring, but I think he's still using sick leave. And then City 34 has had heart issues, and I don't think he's coming back. He said he's going to be back in April. It's already June, basically, so I don't think he's coming back. So that's 5 spots. So I'm the 5th spot. So it's just all a matter of time, and then I'll be a regular. But yeah, everything with the post office is a process. Hey, Nick, I start orientation June 5th. Yeah, good luck and congratulations. I was wondering if you're city carrier with benefits, can you apply for another position or you have to wait until after 90 days? If you're a city carrier with benefits, you're probably being hired as a PTF. I would, before you even get through all that, I would resign, or I would apply to another station, because if you go through 90 days and you're requesting a transfer, your postmaster is not going to agree to that, because they're paying for your training, they're paying for all that stuff, and then after 90 days you try to leave, and then they'll start treating you really bad. So I would get into that other office now before all that before you get in too deep, because you're still new, you're still young in the process. So definitely apply to that other spot. Because some carriers were asking me like, hey, could I go to the office where they hire PTF and then go to this other spot where they're not career? It's like, I wish it worked that way, but it doesn't. Do you have adequate leg room when driving your LLV? I have to go all the way back. I got really long legs, so but I do have, it's not uncomfortable. So I'm in a ProMaster right now. Unfortunately, I prefer an LOV, but I have room. I have room. 41 people in here. Give me a thumbs up. Don't treat me like a 204B over here. Legroom is good. Love is a tiny fan that stinks. It's like a convection oven during the summer, and you're lucky if the heater works. Yeah, that tiny fan just blows hot air. It's not good at all. The ProMaster, the one positive is actually it does have air conditioning. That's one positive, but the the heater, yeah, sometimes the heater doesn't work. There's a few trucks in my office that the heat does work, some don't. So you really got to, that's why you really got to dress for the weather. That's why you got to make sure you're prepared. Bring your water if it's really hot, because that fan does nothing. It just blows hot air. And it's like 20 degrees hotter in the LOV than it is outside. I'd rather be outside than in the LOV when it's hot. Let's see. Nick is 6'9", 476 pounds. He rides this head out the window like it's JH is the man. No, I'm I lost a lot of weight. I really want to gain that shit back. Let's see. And did you volunteer today for Amazon Sunday? You know what? They don't let me work Amazon Sundays. They don't want to pay the premium pay. I volunteer. I'll work 7 days a week. You know what? I like my Sundays off. Even though I like the money, I like my Sundays off. And they got my brothers, so they're not losing nobody. So they got to go work around Sunday. And I like having my Sunday off because it's I need to unwind. I need to relax. Bring you guys live streams. I got my grocery shopping still to do. I got to have a personal life too. So Sundays is a really good day for me. And if I'm not going to work Sundays, I'm happy. I'm trying to find a job Saturday nights. I'm not going to work Sunday. Saturday nights, I'm looking for a bouncer gig just for extra money. And well, still no club owner is set. All of them say that they don't hire part time. So we'll see. We'll keep applying. Okay, thanks. Yeah, no problem, love. One bad thing I hate about the summer too is the bugs. But just spray some bug spray. Any guys age 60 plus still delivering mail at your office? Yeah, there's some dude who's been at the post office since he's been on the same route since the 70s. He's trying to hit 50 years. So he's at 46, I believe, 46 years in. So, once you see, it's crazy. Like when you're younger, you're doing the hardest routes, but then when you have 30 years in, you're doing the cupcake routes. You're doing the easy stuff. So the more money you make, the more years you get in, the easier it gets. So like if I was on a cupcake route making the money he's making, I'd be doing the same thing. I'd still be working. But yeah, there's plenty of people over 50, over 60 still working. Another reason why I'm not regular yet. About to finish my probation in less than 2 weeks. Thank you for your videos and knowledge, Nick. They've kept me motivated through it all. Yeah, thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. And I know the hiring process isn't the best, but once you get in, you're in, and just start making that money. I start my orientation June 5th too. You in New York? Oh, you're talking to Love. Wow, I'm 5'4" and I would still like nice leg room. We are recently told by management that we are not getting new trucks because we do not have electric car chargers or a fence. Oh, that you don't have a fence? We have do you guys have the Metris? Because a few of our routes have the Metris, and those are really nice. I don't like them for delivering mail, but as far as like a nice vehicle, they're pretty nice. The Metris. Nick, while delivering packages, why not? Or wait, why delivering packages? Why not what? Heck no, I did not work on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday is a really good relaxation day. You'll burn yourself out just working like 7 days a week. You got to have one day where you just, dedicate it to yourself, dedicate it to your personal life. You gotta have at least one day to live. And I mean, of the other days, obviously, like I get off at 6, 7 o'clock. I still got, the night to live my life. But, a lot of the time is going out, getting it, making that money. But you got to have at least one day to relax. 100%. You don't want to burn yourself out. Hello from Colorado. What's going on, lovely? Lovely. I love the positivity in this chat. Yes, upstate. Wait, you look familiar. Did you take fingerprints a week or two ago? Oh, are you guys recognizing each other? That's hilarious. Look into Roth IRA. It grows tax-free. Continue contributing the 5% and max out the Roth. Yeah, you know what, Fernando? A retired mail carrier on my old hold down, she said the exact same thing. Invest in Roth because I guess they don't tax they won't tax it when you take it out when you go to take it out. I'd rather just deliver mail on horseback. A few weeks back, I took fingerprints on Long Island. How much weight did I lose from the? All right, let's see. How much weight did I lose from the job? How much weight did I lose, or how much weight did you lose? I lost 60 pounds. I was over 200 pounds. I was 210. I was eating pizzas every day. Now I'm like 160. I got down to like 155. I was really unhealthy. I was not eating that much on the route. I lost a lot of weight, but I'm slowly gaining it back. I'm you know, eating right. I'm eating 3 meals a day. Yes, there's guys in their 60s at my station. Yeah, it's all a mindset thing. There's people who, are a little overweight who are doing this job. There's people who are older. It's all about a mindset. 50 years. Yeah, it's crazy. He's about to be 50 years in, the next 5 years. So he's been on the same route. He said it was when it was still an aux route since since the 70s. It's crazy. Doing the same thing for 50 years. I can't imagine. Use off spray to fight off bugs. Yeah, the bugs are like ticks. I find ticks on me, spiders. I got so many bugs on me because I'm going where I'm at is kind of, it's not country, but it's like, there's forest and stuff on the houses. So, or like near the houses. So there's a lot of like bugs, and I'm always like flinging off different types of bugs on me. Just had a carrier retired Friday, age 70. That's crazy. But can you imagine his retirement? Agreed about boredom at union meetings. What do you suggest to spruce it up? Uh, it's very hard. That's why like I don't blame them because what are you gonna do to spruce up a union meeting? Like have a party. They do because there's like a bar connected to where we have the union meetings. There's a bar and you get like a free drink ticket and you get a drink. But yeah, just games and stuff. They do have raffles, but yeah, it's just even with all that stuff, it's still boring. So I don't know. I would have to think about that one. Holy cow, 50 years. Yeah, that's a long time, and it's also a lot of money. Like I said, can you imagine that dude's retirement? Okay, mistaken identity. Anyway, good luck with the academy. Make sure they stay hydrated. It's getting hot. Yep, good advice, love. Those old heads keeping the young ones back from advancing. Yeah, 100%. But like I said, I can't blame them because, if I was on their easy routes, if I was making that money, if I was having all these, if I didn't have to worry about going to the doctor with all this health benefits and stuff, I would be pretty. I wouldn't want to retire either. You get your every other week, you get every like 5-6 weeks, you get the weekend off and every holiday off, and there's a lot of. I don't blame them. I really don't. But obviously, that hurts people like me who are trying to be the next ones up, and I'm still not regular yet. Offer the old heads something to retire early, maybe. Yeah, like maybe some incentive, like that would be nice to retire early. They get like more in their pension or something. Like that would be good incentive. Some good incentive for them to retire early and have us take the ranks. Are we allowed to give businesses pink slips to keep with signatures so they don't have to sign every single time? You know what? because ever since COVID happened, like we would just, if it's like if it has like a signature, I would put NV, or like my initials, and then like where it says signature, I'd say like, or where it says signature, I'd say like at my initials, then CV19 for like COVID. And that's what I still been doing that because nobody answers the door a lot of the time. So that's what I would been doing and just leave it there like that. But you know, I mean, if you have extras, you could give to the businesses if that'll make it easier for you. Let's be honest, we all cut corners to make time for the route, but their expectations are ridiculous since you were cutting corners. Yeah, their expectation, they're always, if you do a route in 8, they're going to want it done in 7. If you do 2 hours of extra, they're going to want it done in an hour and a half. That's just how it's always going to be. And then if you do it in an hour and a half, they said, why couldn't you do it in an hour? That's just always how it's going to be. So, you know, just do it. It's going to take as long as it's going to take. A lot of carriers have that same saying. They say it's going to take as long as it's going to take. I think it was last week I had like 3 runs, and I'm like, it's not going to be done in 8 hours. So I'm just in my head, I'm like, it's going to take as long as it's going to take. And if it's over, it's over. If it's under, it's under. But you know, most obviously it's not going to be under. So, you know, just stay safe. Just stay safe, and that's all you could do. That's all you could do. Old heads, not elders. Some of those elders probably can't afford to retire these days. Expensive triple since they were in their prime. Yeah, a lot of people out of necessity too. Like, you know, the economy right now is really bad. Uh, you know, my condo is jumped in you know, price since I bought it. So everything's going up. Groceries, like meat, $10 for ground beef. It's like things are going up now. So, you know, it's not in people's best interest to not be working right now. So, you know, make the money while you can in this bad economy. Respectfully. Do you think CCAs will be gone with next contract? You know what? I really hope so. Let's all cross our fingers because, you know, the CCA position just needs to be gone. Like, I talk to regulars and they say when they got hired straight to PTF. So that should be how it goes. And they'll they'll save money in the long run. They'll save money in the long run if they if carriers start off as PTF, they'll stop quitting as fast as they are if they're CCA and they don't see those benefits and all that other stuff. This job is definitely not for the faint-hearted. Yeah, a lot of people do have you know, when they come into the job, they think it's going to be easy and stuff, but it's actually a pretty, you know, physically and mentally demanding job. But once you know, get the hang of it, it starts to become like, you know, you do it robotically. Like the stuff I do is hard, but I could do it robotically. So if that makes sense. Applied for the PSC position in my town, hoping to get that position as I've always been a people person. I enjoy retail environments. Any idea how long the hiring process takes? The hiring process takes a long time. I'm not sure about PSC, but I'm sure if it's anything like carriers, it's going to take a while. But that's good that you're a people person. You enjoy retail environments. I can't stand it. I'm glad there's people like you who could do it. But yeah, the process does take. It'll probably take long. How should I allocate my TSP? 40-year-old just made regular. You know what? I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm sure somebody in the comments will, you know, help you out because I'm still young. I'm not the best with that yet. I'm still discovering stuff about the TSP as I go now because I just got access to it in January. Old heads still got bills, maybe kids in college. Inflation making stuff cost so much. Taxes always going up. It's scary to retire and be stuck with fixed income. 100%, 100%. You got to do whatever you can to get ahead right now. This economy is not good. Everything's going up. Taxes are insane. The HOA in my condo actually used to be like it was like 160, and then they jumped it to 230. Everything is going up now, so you got to do what you can to get ahead. Nick, I listened to the contract hearing on JH page, and I really don't see the post office offering job security onto retirement in the years ahead. So sad. USPS staple in many communities. Yeah, like I said, I'm right now I'm trying to save as much money as possible. I'm putting money into my condo. I'm putting money into retirement. You got to do what you got to do to put yourself ahead because you don't know what tomorrow brings. Like I said, I have some backup plans if the post something happens at the post office. I hopefully by before 35 because I think you got to be 35 or under to be a police officer. But I'd apply to be a police officer. I'd apply to UPS. Um, but yeah, as long as there's packages, I think we'll be some sort of like UPS, Amazon type company. So, uh, I'm just breaking it on the money while I can, and then just living it day by day. Because obviously, mail is going to go away eventually. Mail is going to go away eventually. There's there's too much stuff online, and but package delivery is one thing that's not going to go away. People want convenience, so package delivery. We deliver medicine, we deliver Amazon, Walmart, UPS. We deliver packages, and that's not going away for a long time. Carriers don't pay attention to management. Honestly, obviously be respectful to your supervisors and stuff, but you know, carriers know what's best on the route. Carriers know what's best, and be safe and do your job. You're out on the street, especially some supervisors who never carried mail, especially, but just be respectful, be respectful in the office, but when you hit the street, do your job safely. You know how to do your job and do it the best you can. And improve turnover to give them benefits when hired. 100%. Like I said, it'll save them money in the long run. If you give them the career benefits up front, less people will quit. There'll be less money blown on people who just quit. So definitely, it'll help the turnover rate. How we doing? Doing good. Oh, it's beautiful outside. Thanks, Nick. Been tough lately. They are hounding me lately. Exactly what you were talking about. It's going to take as long as it's going to take. Got to keep that in mind. 100%. Like I said, it's easy to listen to what they say because they want to hit the numbers. They want to hit the numbers, but you got to do your job efficiently and safely. And if you're going to get done in the times they're telling you, you're not going to be doing things safely. You're going to put yourself at risk of getting injured and making mistakes, and then you're not doing an efficient job. So efficiency and safety over everything. What do when management is only giving you an hour and a half to do a 2 hour piece and the person casing isn't ready by the time you're ready to go, so you have to come back for it during 5 o'clock traffic? Yeah, just let them know. Say everything on the scanner, like this is gonna take me. If our management gives us a message on the scanner like ETA, when are you getting back? And just let them know what time you're getting back. If they say why is this, just give them the reason. Because that 5 o'clock traffic sucks. Like when I'm going to my piece and I'm on like Harlem or like a Cicero, like a very busy street. I know it's gonna take me longer to get there because of all the traffic. Or if I'm on like a busy, like right off the highway, the traffic gets crazy at like 4 or 5 o'clock. So just let them know that, and that's one of those factors that contributes to your time be like that's a variable that the computer doesn't account for. So when they pull up their numbers, it's saying one thing, but it's not taking into account the traffic and how long it takes to get, and travel time too. Travel time is a big thing. You got to load up your truck. You got to load up your truck and make sure everything's organized, and then you got to go to the extra, deliver your extra, come back, go through the mail, sort out your UBBM and forwards and all that stuff. And that takes time. So yeah, it's going to take as long as it's going to take. What do you hope the new contract brings in? Like everybody's been saying, let's start off at a higher wage and get rid of the CCA position. Those are the two main things that I've been looking into and hoping that happens. But we'll see. I'm not holding my breath on anything though. The economy is not that bad. Been worse. Corporations are gouging us. Yeah, I mean the economy is pretty bad right now. I've been in the grocery store. I go to the grocery store basically every day, get my meals, and it's pretty bad. Worse inflation in Europe. Oh, is it bad in Europe too? CCAs, I theorize they don't want change because their ultimate goal is AI. They are just riding the wave for now. America's a corporation all about the money. Yeah, unfortunately, it's AI is crazy. If you guys have like Snapchat, I just have Snapchat because a few people I talk to have Snapchat, but that AI thing is crazy. That stuff is taking over. Don't blame JH. It's Nick's uncle to Joy's fault. Yeah, never blame Jay. Jay's the man. You think mail carriers will be automated one day? Everything's gonna be automated one day. It's just where we're heading. We're headed to a more digital era, and everything like McDonald's. JH actually sent me a video. I don't remember when that was, but it was like, or was it JH or West Side Dave? I don't remember who sent it, but McDonald's is gonna be taken over by electronics. Like there's gonna be nobody working in the store. So that's where we're heading right now. We're heading to because we're constantly trying to make people's lives easier, and we're going towards that digital era. Nick, shout me out. Don't treat me like a 204B over here. I got you, Andres. I got you. Jace, nobody's blaming you or DeJoy's tendencies. Thanks for your videos. It's hard to find someone with a lot of positivity in USPS. Yeah, right. It's like me and JH, and we're trying to keep you guys positive, and there's so much negativity. It's not just the post office. There's just people in general just see the worst side of everything, and there's got to be something to combat that. Especially if you go on Facebook and social media, it's like cool to be depressed. Like it's a stupid trend nowadays that like I go on Facebook and it's like, oh, I didn't get out of bed today. I just stayed in and watched Netflix. And it's like cool to be lazy, and it's this stupid trend. It really is. There's too much negativity out there, and I'm trying to combat that because I've always been about positivity. Well, not always. Like the past 10 years, when I discovered self-improvement, I started becoming more positive and having a more positive outlook on life. And being depressed sucks. It really does. Diet is important for carriers. I'd imagine I learned that later in life. Over the years, my wife has cooked more healthy and delicious meals, still trying to lose weight but slimming down. Yeah, eating healthy is super important. It's something I owe to my high energy, and you know, eating healthy definitely affects your brain too. Because when I'm eating fast food, I get more depressed and lazy and feel like shit. But when you're eating healthy, you're giving your body the right nutrients. It's going to change how you feel. It's going to change your energy levels, and it's so important. Like there's people my age. I'm 20. I'm going to be 29 in June. There's people my age who drink alcohol every day. They go out and party all the time. They eat like shit, and they don't get any sleep, and they wonder why they're depressed. And it's a lifestyle, and if you change your diet to fit around your lifestyle, you're gonna feel the difference. Trust me. Do it for a month. Eat healthy for a month. I still like yesterday was National Italian Beef Day. I got some Portillos. I cheat every now and then. It would be dumb to like completely eliminate the foods that I like to eat, but at the same time, I mostly stick to my meal plan. Eat lean meat, veggies, and fruit. But it changes your mindset. It changes how you feel, and it's very important. I've heard the post office offered a start at 28 an hour, and the union refused it. The union refused it? I didn't hear about that. That's Nick's unc. Ask him. Yep. It's not my Uncle Jay. Anyone else getting cracked down on using load feature or writing on boxes? What do you mean getting cracked down on? Like they're telling you to use the load truck feature more? Because we have I think it was a couple of weeks ago, they started putting notes on the doors, on the sliding doors that, make sure you're load trucking using the load truck feature. So if that's what you're saying, yeah, my office has been cracking down on a lot of that. Writing on boxes, I write on boxes. Because sometimes like the label is not, if I'm double casing for a route too, and I know the name of that route or the name of that package, and the name is kind of faded, I'll, write it in, or the number on the package, I'll write it in. But yeah, I haven't heard anything about the writing on boxes. Load truck feature, yeah, they're getting on us about that. Robotic arms, cooking burgers at McDonald's someday soon. Yeah, it's where we're heading. It's where we're heading. I wanted to add that McDonald's video in an upcoming video. Yeah, still do it, Jay. Definitely. Guys, be on the lookout for that new video, JH's video about McDonald's. Eat real food. Yeah, 100%. People are eating artificial, anything like when I go to the store and I see artificial, I see like keywords like that, I don't buy it. It's disgusting. I want to eat stuff that's like natural. Like I make my smoothie, I make my green smoothie, I make sure I eat spinach every day. I make my banana smoothie. I eat my oatmeal. I try to eat like real things, like healthy things. If it wasn't for you and that other cat, JH, I would not consider USPS. The commentary experience discussed online are horrific. Yeah, people, most of the time, people go online to complain. So you don't hear the positive stuff. You don't see, I got like 100 carriers in my office, probably somewhere around there. And they don't quit. They don't quit. So I'm assuming they're content with having this type of job. They can go to another job or they could, but they choose to stay. So there's plenty of people. Read my comments. There's plenty of people satisfied with this job. There's just a lot of people come on in the internet to complain. It's just all negative energy that I'm trying to combat. If you are watching Nick and haven't smacked the thumbs up, he's gonna MMA Kimura lock you. I appreciate the support, Jay. I'm about to end this in a second. I got to do my grocery shopping and get my other stuff done. I'll give another few minutes, answer these questions, and then get going. They told us CCAs to stop using load feature or write on box because it's taking time away. No, we actually had the opposite. Like they told us we got to use the load truck feature. But I could see why it is taking time away. But you gotta, like, that's by the book. Using the load truck feature is doing it by the book. They should be telling you to do that. But writing out boxes helps you, especially if it's a big package. And I'll write on the side like the address so I could see it, and I know if it's in the back of the truck, I'll see that address from my viewpoint. I won't have to get in the truck to see it. So writing out boxes, that's a weird one. So true. You feel a lot better when eating cleaner. My wife is buying more organic meats and veggies now. Yeah, and it's crazy. Some people say that like eating healthy is expensive. Bananas, go to the store. Bananas are what? 39 cents a pound. Rice is pretty cheap. Chicken is cheaper than the chicken I buy is cheaper than, the other types of meat. So it's not, if you know what to eat and what to find and what grocery stores to go to, you could definitely eat healthy for a reasonable price. More meal prep videos for carriers soon. 100%. I wanted to start a meal prep shorts because I know I won't make a whole video like a 10-minute video on meal prep, but I could show you guys what I make and what I eat, what I snack on. Like apple slices with peanut butter. I'm going to the store now. I might make a video later and show you guys what I meal prep for the next few days because I'm off tomorrow. So it might be, something a little more, something a little less healthier than I normally cook, but we'll see. I'm definitely going to make some more meal prep videos because a lot of people don't have, I don't have a lot of time. Like I said, I gotta work. I gotta have a personal life. So, I don't have a lot of time. I like cooking things that are quick, that are, healthy and, something I'm not going to get sick of because I usually make the same meal for 3 days, but nothing more than 3 days because anything more than 3 days, it starts to become, not fresh. I want to see a live with Nick and a carrier. Make it happen. 2CAB be live. Someone volunteer to get on with Nick. Yeah. So let's see. Guess. Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm on StreamYard. If there's any carrier want to come on, let me see. Yeah, it says you can invite guests. Yeah, that's definitely in the works if you guys want to come on and chat it up. Obviously, keep it PC. I'm trying not to get us canceled over here. Um, don't like choose your words wisely like I do. Like I'm not out here bad mouthing management or filming on the clock or stuff that can get me in trouble. So, yeah, just keep it respectable, and I'll definitely have some of you guys on if you want. Finally did my pre-hire paperwork and got the email asking when in the next 30 days am I available to start. I know that orientation is coming next week. I could taste it. Thank you all for the videos. Yeah, it should be coming soon. It takes around that time. So, um, yeah, it'll come. It just takes a long time. Yeah, we love to see meal prep videos. Yeah, more. Be on the lookout. Either I'll probably upload one tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm gonna cook tonight. I gotta go to Jewel. I gotta get some groceries. I'm gonna meal prep, and I'll definitely make a video about that. What StreamYard? We gonna chat later, bro. Yeah, it's a platform. Shout out to Mob Rats Exposed who gave me this recommendation. It's called StreamYard. It's what I'm streaming on now. It's not YouTube, but it's connected to my YouTube, and it allows me to like put the chats on screen. That was a big one that because when I do my live streams, it looks like I'm talking to nobody. So I get to put the comments on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. If you guys come in the chat late and then I'm just rambling, you'll see that I'm talking about, like, if they just walked in mid conversation now, they see I'm replying to the great JH. So I really like this platform. We'll definitely talk about it later, Jay. Nick, if this isn't too personal, do you plan on getting married and or starting a family? You know what? Do I want to have kids? Yes. Do I want to be in like a committed relationship with somebody? Yes. But I really don't want to get married. Too many horror stories that I can go into, but I'm not going to. But I definitely want to have kids. I obviously want to, pass on my legacy and give my wisdom to somebody. So I definitely want to have kids. I definitely, eventually when I get a little older, being a committed relationship, yes. But right now, I'm having fun. Right now, I'm still like building myself up and stuff. So, but yeah, I do want to start a family. Just I don't want to get the government involved. Brandon, put some clothes on. Joking. Good luck to you with USPS. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. I thought that was I didn't even notice that. But all right, I'm gonna end the stream now. Obviously every Sunday I'm gonna try to make these live streams for you guys. Make sure you hit the bell notification. Be on the lookout. Maybe me and JH will give you guys a live stream together. Do a joint live stream. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Every Sunday I'm going to try to do these live streams. Watch out for the new meal prep content, my videos as scheduled. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.